Hi, Riya.
Hi.
Hi, Connie.
Hi.
I have heard your voice a few times in our house when you were putting on one of your workshops, but I don't know that I've ever met you in person. It's very good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And I will leave it to you two experts and go ahead with your presentation.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome.
Okay, can everyone see that? Okay, cool. Riya?
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Riya Shah, and I'm the founder and president of Team STEAM.
And my name is Connie, and I am the head of finance.
And we are here to talk to you about a program that we built through our passion for STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. So, oh wait, do you want to go to the next slide? So Team STEAM is a program for elementary school students ranging from 5 to 10 years old. This is a program that enables kids to deepen their passion for STEAM. They can also learn more about and engage with science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
It's run by high schoolers who all share a love for STEAM, and it's an amazing way to captivate younger kids into learning more about simple machines and problem solving, as well as the basics of the engineering design process. We also work to provide a way for kids to stay motivated and engaged during the pandemic. We're partnered with the Three Ducks Design, which you just heard about, and we use their kits to be able to help these younger engineers explore their interest in STEAM.
There it is. That's the Arm House.
So it all started last summer when Miss Klein, as you heard before, one of the co-founders of 3X Design, had put out a post saying that she needed volunteers to help mentor kids in Kenya. I quickly looked up 3X Design and I immediately fell in love with it. I am and always have been an engineering girl, and engineering really runs through my blood as my dad and both my sisters are engineers. So as you can imagine, this was something that would have fed my creative mind when I was younger. The way that 3X Design, as you probably heard before, made a way for kids to play with all sorts of cardboard and make whatever they desire was so inspiring to me. And I knew I had to reach out and become a part of this wonderful idea. So I reached out to Ms. Klein asking if I could become a part of this. And well, here we are now. But unfortunately, this volunteering opportunity wasn't able to unfold over the summer because of the pandemic. So we had to improvise a little bit. But as you can see, this picture on the slide is one of our little engineers, Max, with his newly designed arm house. So as time went on, fast forward to about late October, we came up with the solution of working with local kids. Ms. Klein had talked to some of her friends and managed to gather 4 kids around the age of 7 that I ended up running a 4-week session with. So I had never done anything like this before. I had never really worked with kids, but after seeing how much I enjoyed working with them and how much they enjoyed working with me, I knew I had to share my experience with others. In addition, I also saw what a great opportunity this was for kids to stay safe during the pandemic while still engaging in activities that they love. So this is when I founded Team STEAM. I introduced 3X Design and the idea of mentoring kids in STEAM to my friends who also attend Wilton High School with me. They all really liked the idea, and I managed to gather 5 of my friends initially, and now we just got a new member. So Ms. Klein and my friends really helped me build this, and they are continuing to help me build this, and I couldn't have done it without them.
So even though this club has been active for just 2 months, we've had over 45 kids participate in our program, including kids from other states such as Connecticut, Colorado, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Texas. Also, since we have been getting requests from parents and kids to do another 4-week session with us, we came up with the idea that if they wanted to continue, they could pay a small fee of $20, and these $20 would fund another 4 weeks worth of classes, as well as a full kit for another child who wants to participate in our program. And here we have an amazing video of one of our kids.
I like this class because we be creative and we actually build stuff because I like to build stuff.
So the best part of this is seeing the impact this program makes on our young engineers. I was talking to one of the moms, and she had told me that the subject of science had been taken out of the school curriculum for this semester because of the pandemic. And she went on to say that this program allowed her son to be immersed in science as he was not getting any immersion through school. And this really struck me personally, as growing up, I could never really imagine school without science, as it was and still is my favorite subject. So seeing how this program affects these kids is truly inspiring.
So since we're still in a pandemic, all of our classes are over Zoom, but that doesn't take away from the fun we have with the kids. Each meeting is 45 minutes long, and we have a few different sessions available to the kids, and each session is a total of 4 classes over 4 weeks. And as I said before, if the kids want to sign up again for another session, they can donate a kit so that other kids can enjoy and learn about STEAM. We each get our own kit so that we can build and design to solve tasks that were given. For example, the session that I recently taught had a zoo theme, and during each meeting, we got to design a new exhibit for a new animal using simple machines. In the picture you can see here, we were all challenged to design a pulley system for elephants to eat their food. So when I first got set up with my first group of kids, I would be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. I'd rarely worked with younger kids before, and I didn't know what it would be like. But these kids, they were so fun to talk to, and their creativity was just mind-blowing. Watching them draw and explain their designs was incredible, and I got to see these kids show their innovative and creative skills to solve challenges, something that you can't really see in everyday life, especially when most things are online now. Not only do I have an opportunity to be able to teach these kids about STEM and art, which I have to admit are my favorite subjects, I get to watch them think and problem solve when they're trying to find a solution, and now I know and get to experience the real joy their teachers have working with them.
So my vision as a leader is to have every child across the country who wants to really connect with their STEM and art passions participate in our program so that they can do so. We hope to keep getting more and more children involved in this program, as we also think it's a great way to get kids involved in activities outside of school while still staying safe during the pandemic. We also hope to get more high schoolers involved in this. So hopefully we'll see a new chapter of Team STEAM opening up at high schools all across the states.
Riya and Connie, how can we help you get more high schoolers involved?
So that is actually on our next slide.
So as you can see on the screen, we have an email so that if you wanted to start a new chapter at your high school, you could reach out to this email. And if you wanted to sign up for sessions with our club, you can scan the QR code you can see on the screen here. And we'd love to get to meet you and get the opportunity to spread our love for engineering with even more kids. And so we hope to hear from you soon.
I would love to include this activity on the Innovation World site if you would let me, for any interested high schoolers who happen to find our site and look for different programs they can be involved in.
Yeah, of course. That would be amazing.
Wonderful. So we can talk about that offline and figure out how the best way to show it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you all for listening.
You guys were awesome. Great.
Thank you.
And I get goosebumps watching this because it's amazing to watch these kids, having never taught children before, just take this on and go with it and make decisions and show leadership, and their smiles when they talk about the kids and what they've done is just it's just amazing.
Thank you.
Ladies.
Ladies, unshare your, there you go. Wanted to see you again. Perfect.
I'd like to ask you, you kind of stopped me cold in my tracks when you shared that science was determined to be taken out of the classroom through COV. What was the reason given? I'd like to hear what was the reason?
I am not sure. I think it was just so that the children don't get overwhelmed during the pandemic. So I think it's going to be put in next semester, but it was taken out for a whole semester.
I guess what I'm asking is, I wonder if it just could be recast, because there's science in everything we do. There's science in boiling water for spaghetti, and there's science for everything. So what aspect of teaching it, were they afraid that young people would be injured, or that what was the, or if you don't know, that's okay too, but it just,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, if I can just jump in for a second. Carolyn, I know large school districts in Connecticut that never teach science, period. It had nothing to do with COVID.
ever.
Never. In Connecticut, there is a standard test for writing and reading skills and also for math, but there is no one for science. So if the kids aren't if the state isn't evaluating the students' achievement in science, then there's no reason for the schools to teach it, because that's how the schools are evaluated.
I didn't know it'd been taken out. I just didn't know that.
But if you ask them, they say, well, we do. In third grade, we have 45 minutes every other Thursday. We teach science.
That's great, but that's not it.
I know, but that's.
God bless young ladies like you two. And I have another question. Do either of you foresee, you're already teachers, so I can't even say becoming a teacher, you're teaching, and incredibly effectively and inspiring. Have you thought about that as an addition, either as an avocation or just or is it just wrapped in what you're doing, which is, I think, exactly where you need to be, because you seem to enjoy it.
Yeah, so I really do enjoy this, and I'm still very new to this, the whole like teaching kids. But yeah, I have considered it as a, I guess, career path, but also I'm more drawn to, I guess, engineering, as you guys heard before. So that is probably my main idea for career path.
And I'm glad you said that. My question was curiosity driven, not that I think you should be a teacher as a career, because I think you already are. And I think this platform is much more impactful, the reach and scope. And it is important when you're teaching anyone anything to retain the joy. I think you're exactly where you need to be. And then with Julie being able to help let the world know about you, I think you're already miles beyond.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for your presentation today.
Thank you so much for having us here.
And we look forward to speaking with you again soon. And do come back at a future Global Innovation Field Trip and update us on how it's going and the strides you've made, and how many classes you're running then, or how many high school clubs you've gotten started. We will always have you on for updates and for new things you decide to do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marcy and Ethan, as well, for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you.